A little while ago, I sent some Ethereum to centralized exchange. Nothing unusual, just another transfer. I expected it to show up in a couple of minutes, but it didn't. The exchange had stopped my deposit for AML review. That was the moment I realized I clearly didn't understand something. From my point of view, nothing about that transfer looks suspicious. So I started reading about how these checks work, and here's what surprised me. Every transaction leaves a record on blockchain. If assets pass through wallets connected with hacks, scams, sanctioned entities, or other activity considered high risk, that history can sometimes lead to extra review on certain platforms. That's why I changed one small habit. Before I send crypto to an exchange, I check the wallet first. For me, that's a lot easier than finding out there's an issue after transfer is already on its way. So let me show you exactly what I use. So, exchanges use AML screening to estimate the risk associated with incoming funds by looking at blockchain transaction history. It's one of the ways they try to reduce movement of stolen assets, hacked funds, fraud proceeds, and other illicit crypto through their platforms. So I tested a few tools over time, compared reports, looked at what each one offered, and I ended up using this one because it gives me the information I actually care about without making the process complicated. It supports networks I normally use, scan is fast, and report is easy to read. I'll leave the official link in the pinned comment. Just make sure you're opening the real website. There are plenty of fake crypto pages that look almost identical to the original ones, so it's always worth checking the address before connecting your wallet. So, first I connect wallet, I need to scan. Good, report is ready. You can download it if you need to keep a copy. Now, this is the first thing I look at, overall risk level. This wallet shows low risk. Based on the transaction history reviewed by Checker, there aren't any significant high-risk indicators here, so I generally feel more comfortable using this wallet with exchanges that perform AML screening. Let's scroll a bit. Here you can see wallet age, general activity, source of funds, recent transactions, and the compliance section. If something deserves a closer look, you'll usually find it somewhere in here. So that's pretty much how I handle it now. Anytime I'm getting ready to send crypto to a centralized exchange, I don't just hit send anymore. First, I run amlcheck, and then I spend a minute looking through report. If everything looks normal, great. I move the crypto and don't really think about it anymore. If something doesn't look right, I'd much rather notice it before the transfer than after it's already been submitted. Honestly, that one extra minute is nothing compared to waiting on support, answering additional questions, or wondering why deposit still hasn't shown up. And after doing this for a while, it just became a habit, same as checking wallet address twice before sending. You feel more confident because you've already looked at wallet before moving funds. So I think that's everything I wanted to cover in this video. Hopefully now AML doesn't sound nearly as confusing as it did at the beginning. Once you understand what exchanges are actually checking, the whole process starts making a lot more sense. You're not guessing anymore. You've got information in front of you before making transfer. If you've got any questions about report, or maybe you've run into an AML warning yourself, leave a comment below. I'm always interested to hear other people's experiences, and if I know the answer, I'll definitely try to help. And one last thing I'd say, crypto gives us a lot of freedom, but with that freedom comes a bit more responsibility too. Nobody's going to double check things for you. That's why I think spending a minute reviewing a wallet before sending funds is a pretty reasonable habit to build. It doesn't take long, it doesn't make your workflow more complicated, and having a better picture of the wallet before you move crypto is always better than finding out there was a problem after the transaction is already on its way.